Well, just a week before the high-profile secretary-level meeting between India and Pakistan, Islamabad is up to its tricks again, provoking India not one but on two fronts. Despite being fully aware of government's stance towards Kashmiri separatists, the High Commissioner of Pakistan has invited Hurraiyat leader for a meeting to Delhi on Tuesday. Meanwhile, on LOC, Pakistan continues to violate the ceasefire agreement, its 8th violation in as many days. The Hurraiyat has been invited to the Pakistan High Commission in Delhi just a week before the proposed secretary-level talks between India and Pakistan. Confirming the invitation, one of Hurraiyat leaders told headlines today that Pakistan wants to consult separatists in Kashmir ahead of the proposed talks. On the LOC, peace is shattered thanks to continuous firing by Pakistan in the past 24 hours. The ceasefire has been violated twice in the past 24 hours. The latest round of violations began today morning at 8:40 a.m. in the Balakot area of Poonch in Jammu. According to Army spokesperson, Pakistani carried out unprovoked firing using small arms and automatic weapons. The Indian side has retaliated with heavy fire. Earlier firing was reported from across the border in Arispura and Arnia sectors of Jammu late last night. According to Army sources, Pakistani Rangers started firing at around 2:30 a.m. in the morning, targeting 7 posts in 2 different sectors.
Pakistan High Commission has invited Hurraiyat leaders and other separatist parties for a meeting just ahead of the foreign secretary level talks between the two countries. Top leaders like Syed Ali Shah Gilani, Yasin Malik, Mirwais Umar Farooq and others have already got invitations and are planning to be present for the meeting. While there are several people in New Delhi who are criticizing this entire move in Kashmir, Hurraiyat leadership and others are very happy about this entire move and are welcoming the decision, saying that this is a sign that Kashmir issue has been once again brought on the table. With cameraman Roof, Shujaul Haq, Inshanagar, for Headlines Today.
Akhilesh Yadav government has given a clean sheet. In fact, the government has been given a clean sheet by his uncle in Saharanpur communal violence case. Probing the cause of communal violence that occurred in Saharanpur last month, a 5-member committee has submitted its report to Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister. And Akhilesh Yadav has been held as blameless. And all the blame of inciting the violence has been put on BJP's doorsteps. According to sources, the committee accuses local BJP MP Raghav Lakhanpal for inciting groups of people. It also blames local administration, DM, ADM and city magistrate of failing to control the riots at its initial stage.
यहाँ मैं चला आया हूँ, मुझे कहा कि जो हम कमेटी गई थी, वो कमेटी की रिपोर्ट जो है, वो अभी 1 घंटे बाद शायद मुझे देंगे।
नेता जी रिपोर्ट आ गई है, उसमें बीजेपी के
मैंने अभी पढ़ा नहीं, हमने नहीं पढ़ा, रिपोर्ट वो हमें देंगे।
सहारनपुर दंगे पर समाजवादी पार्टी की कमेटी जो बनी थी उसने रिपोर्ट दी है, उसमें बीजेपी के एक सांसद का भी नाम है और साथ ही उसमें प्रशासनिक मशीनरी के फेलियर बताया गया।
देखिए, उनकी अपनी राजनीतिक पार्टी की कमेटी की रिपोर्ट है, इसलिए उस संबंध में मुझे कुछ नहीं कहना है।
कि उत्तर प्रदेश में जो सांप्रदायिक दंगे या तनाव आदि पैदा हो रहा है समय समय पर या आए दिन हो रहा है, तो ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी और समाजवादी पार्टी की मिली भगत के तहत हो रहा है, क्योंकि ये उत्तर प्रदेश में जो अमन चैन जो मेरी सरकार में उधर कायम था, तो जिसको इन्होंने खत्म कर दिया है। हालांकि सपा पावर में आते ही ये अमन चैन वहाँ खत्म हो गया था, लेकिन जब से बीजेपी सेंटर में आई है तब से तो वहाँ पर हालात और ज्यादा खराब हो गए।
सर, आपका कहना है कि वो पूरी तरह से बीजेपी का प्लांट ही रहता है? जहाँ जहाँ चुनाव हैं उसके आसपास उनकी कोशिश है कि अशांति हो और वोट पोलराइज हो।
Well, earlier today I spoke to Saharanpur MP Raghav Lakhanpal, who has been blamed for inciting riots in this report, and this is what he had to say.
Learned about this report from various other news channels, and I sincerely wonder: is this the state government's report, or is this the Samajwadi Party's report? You see, what the party is trying to do, what Samajwadi Party is trying to do is they are trying to divert everyone's attention away from what actually happened that day. And why they are doing this is because Saharanpur Vidhan Sabha seat has to undergo by-elections on the 13th of September.
Yeah.
Which is just a few days away from now. So what they want to do effectively is to somehow manage to communalize the election and maybe effect some sort of a polarization of a particular community of votes in their favor.
Raghav, but that is an allegation on both the sides, that both the sides are trying to use this as an opportunity to polarize votes for the upcoming by-elections in Saharanpur for the assembly. They say that the BJP is also trying its best. You have been named into it, and they have also named the local administration.
It was started by the likes of Imran Masood and Muharram Ali Pappu and leaders of the Samajwadi Party who were present that night, that early morning when thousands of people congregated at the Thana, and then they were led into a mob of riot, arson, murder. Who is responsible for that? Who are the people who collected these crowds, and who are the people who incited this violence and instigated the crowds to go out with their illegal weapons and with those chemicals and set ablaze and go on a looting spree?
Raghav, if you remember, I met you in Saharanpur just after the riots when that peace meeting was going on. At that time, you have named a few people. Are you surprised your name figures in the report and the leaders that you are naming have not figured in the report?
That is what is shocking. So that's why I can't help but wonder that is Mr. Imran Masood having a honeymoon with the Samajwadi Party? And is this some sort of a game plan of the Samajwadi Party whereby it wants to protect certain leaders, maybe because they represent a particular community? So I fail to understand how a public representative was present during the riots, trying to make sure that people are taken care of, trying to rescue people. A public representative is named just because he belongs to the Bharatiya Janata Party, and